Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Boxing edition. As you know, we do the boxing edition at 3 p.m. and then 4:30. We're gonna come back right at you with some NFL talks. What up, my guy? What up, my guy? My guy, Joel. What up, my guy? What's up with you, man? Give me 2 seconds, Joe. Stay with me, Joey. I gotta talk to you anyway, man. Been looking for you, my brother, my guy, my guy, my guy. What up, y'all? You know what I mean? We're going to get into some boxing talks. Then we're going to get into some NFL talks right after that. You know what I mean? Got to get these, got a few guests I'm trying to get in the door real quick. You know what I mean? But, man, we had a lot going on this weekend. What up? What up? I'm going to put the link in the comment section, Joey. You know what I mean? You could come converse with your boy. This, you know what I mean? This is what we do. Got some stuff I want to pop off. You know, some stuff I want to get into. That a couple of these folks pop in here, man, and then we gonna chop it up. What up with y'all out there today, man? Talk to me. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm on the wrong live. No, I didn't. I'm in the wrong live. Okay. Well, that explains it. I'm in the wrong line. So you know what, man? I might well just keep everything in one thing, man. My full box in the DC. You know what I mean? We're in the wrong line. But hey, we're gonna roll with it. What up, champion?
What's going on, bro?
What up? Welcome to Let's Talk Sports. It's the boxing edition, but hey y'all, listen. Sometimes bloopers happen. This is gonna be my blooper day because I'm supposed to do a football live after this, and I done got the football live and the boxing live, so I'm just gonna do one live, and we're just gonna keep it moving. That's how we're gonna do it.
Okay. Hey, where you from?
Me? I'm from the DMV.
Hey, I can hear it.
What do you mean you can hear it?
Sound like my man Mark.
Two Shot?
Yes, sir. That's my dog.
That's my guy.
Yeah, you sound like when you say that. That's my guy.
That's my guy, bro. I had Two Shop on here 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, man, he a great guy, man. I'm gonna be honest, and I always tell him, be like, man, I don't understand why more fighters up in that area don't work with him, man. The man full of knowledge, man.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna see what Two Shop at right now.
Knowledge.
I'm gonna see what two. Huh?
He actually worked the corner with me with one of my guys.
Which fighter was that?
My guy Slick Nick. Nah, he's in the corner with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Nick Sullivan. They call him Slick Nick. Yeah. He signed the Golden Boy.
I'm gonna see what Two Shot at right now. If he pop in, he pop in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he pop in, he pop in. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is what we do every Monday. We tap in here. I do the boxing, and then I switch over to the football talks.
Okay.
And like an idiot, I done went live under the wrong live. But hey, man, we here.
You want to switch it? If you want to switch it, go ahead. I jump back on. Just send me the link. I jump back on.
Man, you know what I went through to switch them links, bro? Hey. I went through enough just getting these first links out of here, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joey, matter of fact, I'm gonna put one of the links in the comment section, man. Whoever want to pop in, y'all can pop in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to tap in, y'all can tap in. I sent the link to DeMarco, but as we were talking, what you think about over the weekend's fights? You know what I mean? I'm gonna start with did you see Alycia Baumgardner?
No, actually, because I was flipping back and forth through the zone, and I had really forgot about the Showtime fights, and my dad reminded me.
Nah, Alycia was on the Zone.
On the Zone?
Yeah. See, the Zone had 2 fight cards Saturday. They had a day fight card, and then they had a night fight card.
Not a night fight card.
Yeah. Nah, she was on the daytime. She fought like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I missed that. Yeah, I missed that.
She stopped the girl. She stopped her. I mean, listen, it's rare that you see a knockout in women's boxing, but she hit the woman and like froze her. Like the ref had to stop it. Like she was out.
Right.
Like out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like she was out, like boom. Like okay. DJ says not letting them in. I don't know why. That's the link, baby. That's the link. Yeah, man. She stopped her. I was shocked. Like before the fight, everybody was like, they don't think she had too much of a chance to win. But then you could clearly see in the first round she was a lot slicker, a lot sharper than it looked like Tony Harrison was in her corner too.
Oh, hey, you know, I have been wondering what he had been doing.
It looked like Tony Harrison was in his corner. He basically said that to everybody because they wanted to use him. Like the Zone was like talking to him that night, like, do you want to fight? I think was it not Conor Ben, Tim Tszyu, one of them up and coming fighters that's on the Zone, and he was like, listen,
ain't
man,
about to fight.
I think so. Like, listen, go ahead.
No, I say he tonight or Wednesday or something this week. Tim Tszyu, I could have.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened. But I mean, they trying to get Conor Ben in the ring with some of that welterweights. But I don't know. Tim Tszyu, I think he all right. I ain't blown away by him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't blown away by him.
Yeah. So right now, because I heard you mention that what's his name? Boots. I heard you mention Boots. Already acknowledging that the top guys, he's not gonna get an Earl Spence. He's not gonna get a Terrence Crawford, especially right now.
What
who you think?
See what? Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say who you think he should get in there with, or should get in there with him.
I don't think. What I'm saying is this: when you look at the politics of the game and how everything is playing out, right? How everything is playing out, how the politics and everything is playing out right now, right? This is a fight that there's nothing to block it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, by and large, it's reports that Earl Spence said he's coming to this fight, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's reports that Earl Spence is coming to this fight. We don't know what Earl coming to do or what's going to happen, but it's reports that Earl Spence is coming to the fight, right? So,
okay.
With that being said, if Earl come to the fight and say, "Hey, I want whoever next," then all bets off. Earl get to whoever win the winner of the fight. You know what I mean? But if that can't happen, which is likely it can't happen because I mean he coming off of eye surgery, all that other stuff. Ugas is tied up. We don't need to see Boots in a keep busy fight, and we don't need to see Terrence Crawford fight a keep busy fight. They both available. Make it happen.
I agree.
I agree. I mean, I never said I didn't agree with you. I just said the politics of boxing, the way it's going now, we're getting a lot of fights that's being stalled, and we missing a lot of great fights because of this. You know, and I'm gonna be real. A lot of people don't want to say it, but you know, people need to start holding like a Bob Arum to the fire. You know, they need to some needs to happen. When you got fighters that's actually saying they want to fight, and then you got Bob Arum at the thing when people are questioning the way he's moving and he's cursing them out. He's like, "Get him out of my face" and all this other stuff. It's like, you know, like, I mean, unfortunately, these are the things that's happening, and this is why we can't get the fights that we want to get, because you got a guy like a Bob Arum that's playing old school politics in the new age of boxing. And people need to. I mean, you got all these other promoters that can really hold a Bob Arrow to the fire. That's how I feel. Everybody make it seem like stuff is so hard to happen, or you can't make these things happen. When you really can make it happen if you want to make it happen.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the caveat with this. Why I picked that fight. I picked that fight because after this fight right here with Sean Porter, he's a free agent. He's not resigning with Top Rank. And Boots is not. And Boots is not signed to a particular promotional company either. So my point to be is this: as much as everybody say this person want to be a dog and this person want to fight the best, there's nothing blocking you from fighting Boots.
Right. The only person that I would say in this era that's fighting the best is Sean Porter. Can't say he's not. Win, lose, or draw, Sean Porter is an exciting fighter to watch. I enjoy watching Sean Porter fight. I really do.
Yeah.
And I wish a lot more fighters would take the risk like he takes. You know, you got the guy also from Philly that fought on the card that fought the young prospect from De La Hoya's camp. Right. He's another one that when he fights, he's been fighting top guys. I mean, the luck of the draw for him is, you know, is a what they say in life, tough titty for him. But for the most part, he's for everybody that you can name under the sun in his weight division.
Who's that?
I can't think of his name.
Rasado.
Yeah, Rasado.
Oh, Gabe?
Mangui, whatever.
Right. Listen. Now him and the guy that I did an interview with a couple of weeks ago, like Donnell Boone. See, people, that's the thing when I say this. When we say we want to see the best fight the best, and we want to see these fights, when these guys that go out there and do it, we got to support them.
Right.
We got to support them. Gabe Rasado got a better resume at middleweight than everybody at middleweight right now.
Right.
Sean Porter got the best resume at welterweight than anybody.
I agree.
But we treat him like a gatekeeper.
Can I give my opinion on that though?
Go ahead.
With guys like them, they've already experienced the loss. So now they have nothing. What is it to lose? Nothing. You know, like
right. So that
people hold that O who's column. People hold that to a higher standard than getting the title. A person,
which is sad, but that's what I'm saying.
A person would rather be 30-0, never had a title shot, but they had that O on their record, so they good. They they happy. It's like,
but that's what I'm saying. When we as the fans, as coaches, as people doing these blogs, when are we going to start to get promoters on, or like when we get promoters on, or we get a big name on, we got to start holding these people accountable that we're not in this era anymore. Like Floyd he's doing promotional fights now. He's doing exhibitions. Floyd is not the standard of boxing anymore. Canelo's the face of boxing, and guess what? He got one loss on his record. So did that make Canelo not great anymore? He got one loss on his record. Did I make him not great anymore?
No, I'm not saying that. But now, okay, Canelo got one loss on his record. First off, Canelo, we can only say Canelo is the face of boxing for the next generation, possibly. Right? But for this generation of fighters right now, Floyd Mayweather. Right?
Okay.
Right? It's Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
These guys wanted to be like Floyd. Right? The next generation that's coming up, might wanna be like Canelo, but this the whole thing to that. Who did Canelo lose to? Floyd.
He lost to Floyd, right?
So once again, even that next generation, they really may be looking at Floyd also.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it now has to be a narrative in the gym. Like here's the thing, right? Everybody, was saying this in the gym one time. I said, there's only one Floyd Mayweather. There's only one Andre Ward. There's only one of one. You're never going to get another person to be a Floyd Mayweather. Somebody else that's going to come in this era is going to be different. But they're going to be in this era to be different for a reason. So we got to start allowing young men to understand, like, just because you lose a fight, that don't make you not a great fighter anymore. Because now we done killed the confidence of the fighter.
I think what I just touched on is one of the biggest problems. Like when we look at a Gabe Rasado, right? You look at a Donnell Boone. Now, as you say, these guys lost before, but the issue was this: once they lost, everybody swept them under the rug. If we want these fighters to fight the best, when they do it, we gotta support them.
I agree.
That's why
I agree.
Remember when we was just on Instagram on the live, and I made that statement regarding Crawford and Boots fighting? How I said it's too big of a risk.
Yeah.
Right. For Crawford, it's a risk, right? And remember, I was like, imagine if he lose the Boots, and then somebody say, well, they could run it back. Maybe.
I said that.
Yeah, it's like maybe. It's still not a guarantee because this era of fight fan, like short attention span. Look, they got YouTubers selling out right now.
Right.
Dudes
Right.
And so the fight fan right now. You know what I'm saying? The fight fan is more of a casual for real.
Right.
They're not real fight fans. That's not who you're gonna come across on a average, on a daily. That's just my personal opinion. And I feel that if we done seen it too many times, if Crawford would fight Boots and lose, he would be like swept under the rug for real. Now he would become Sean Porter. Sean Porter is a heck of a fighter and definitely is the type fighter. If you slipping, if you tripping, if you're not conditioned, he gonna run you over and he might stop.
But like but he's still getting fights though. He's still getting fights.
Right. I would say that Sean Porter is definitely going to be a future Hall of Famer.
He brought in as a B-side though.
Don't matter. He's still getting the fights.
No, I know, but that's the thing. But I'm saying, like, look at how the light is shining on him. The light that's shining on him is from out of him fighting Terrence Crawford. It's that light that's shining off of Terrence Crawford.
Somewhat.
I don't think
Somewhat.
Listen, Sean Porter. I watched Sean Porter spar Lamont and Anthony. We was up Bald Eagle. Watched them spar with them. I was amazed. I'm like, yo, this dude is really like this. Like, this dude really bring the heat. You know what I'm saying? I like Sean Porter. Cause when the bell rings,
I like Sean Porter too.
He's gonna give you a fight. You're not gonna walk.
Let me tell you something.
You're gonna earn a win with him. That's my opinion.
Let me tell you something, man. If the fight go the way I know it's gonna go, everybody is going to really I don't know, man. It's going to be one of this is going to be. I'm looking at this to be almost like Hagler Hearns. Like they're going to go in there and they're going to be slugging. Like, listen, Terrence Crawford already said what they going to do if I knock him out. If I knock him out, then ain't nobody going to want to fight me.
I don't agree.
Because They're gonna be like, yo, he went in there against Keith Thurman. You know, he did what he did against Keith Thurman. He went in there, Errol Spence, he lost, but look what he did. And if I go in there and knock him out, you think Errol Spence and you think these guys are going to get in the ring with me? He's absolutely right.
He's absolutely wrong. Listen, what they was waiting.
Really want to fight.
I think they was the only thing they was waiting for the only thing they was waiting for you to do was get out of that raggedy contract so we know when we fight you we can get that bag. That's what they was waiting for.
Right.
That's what they was waiting for.
I don't. But what the $1 million question is, Apostle, is why would Terrence Crawford go back and sign the contract with Top Rank after he knew he had a Duddy with a Jinky Boys production contract from the door? Why would you go back?
Who knows, man? Who knows, man? You like when somebody first gets you, like, you know, he could have went back out of loyalty. This guy came and got me, put me where I'm at right now. I got this. He did. I guess he didn't imagine how big a roadblock was going to come once he got the 147. Because at all the other weights, he was getting everything he wanted. He was getting everything he wanted at other weights. He was getting
he was getting the fights that he wanted. He was getting the fights. He wanted. But let me tell you, see, people miss this whole thing. And this is why I said this is the $1 million question. Did you ever see any interviews when Terrence Crawford got finished fighting and Bob Arum came over? The looks that Terrence Crawford was giving Bob Arum was like, if you don't get your ass out of here. I mean, I think a lot of people miss those moments where those types of looks was going on.
I agree.
I don't, that's why I'm saying, like, if I ever get to see Terrence Crawford, I'm going to ask him. Why? If you was already had a disdain for this man or you was giving him a look, then why sign back with him?
Like I said, he was getting everything he wanted at the time.
Right.
See, listen, Bob probably went to him and said, look, man, I can get you this fight. I can get you that fight. I can get you that Manny fight. I can get you that Earl fight. I can get you this, right? And then tell him that and be like, yeah, I'm on the phone with Al right now. I'm doing, I call Al right now. But on the flip side, Al, like, man, if you don't get out my face with them janky numbers, man, when you got some real numbers, call me. See, everybody always want to blame PBC for every fight that don't happen. It's PBC fault. It's PBC fault.
Nah, I don't blame PBC. I don't blame PBC. We already know. Floyd Mayweather even said before Manny Pacquiao signed a contract with him, he said, listen, Bob Arum is the reason he said it. So it's not like Floyd didn't say it. And if I'm a smart man and I'm a fighter and I'm a top cash cow, I'm going to go talk to Floyd and say, yo, what happened over there at Top Rank? I'm going to go have a conversation. Like I was going to bring up this thing is like with Coach Sean right now. I mean, I don't know if I can let it out the bag, Coach, but can I talk about Slick?
Yeah.
And as far as so right now, the coach got some.
No.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right.
You could do it.
All right.
You could talk about channel, but yeah, no.
All right. Well, Coach right now got a great prospect and a future champion, and I think Coach should talk about it.
Okay, I'm gonna leave Coach alone.
Oh yeah,
Coach say leave Coach alone. Coach say, Coach, talk when you're ready, Coach.
Oh yeah. Nah, yeah, my young boy Nick, good kid, good fighter. We just fought up in Philly back in October, at the beginning of October, on one of what's his name, Ray Rice, I think, on one of his cars or whatever. But like I say, 2 shots. He the second in the corner. My youngin, he signed the Golden Boy 4-0, got 1 knockout right now. We're gonna be fighting December 18th down at the AT&T Center down in is that Houston? It's down in Texas. It's down in Texas.
That sound like Dallas. Sound like Dallas. But listen, that doesn't sound like San Antonio.
Okay.
But yeah, anything y'all got going on, right? Anything y'all got going on, boxing, whatever. Like, if ever, send it to me. You ever get on the show, put it in the comment section. I'll post it. Just send the stuff, man. Anything boxing, send it to me. Right. Or sports, just send it to me. I'll post the stuff, man. That's what it's all about, man. Okay. Bring them through here.
Definitely start.
Bring your fighters through here. They can get it. Hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, I don't really talk about it much, but I will now. I'm in one of the best camps in New Jersey. You know, I'm under one of the best trainers in this part of the country, which is if you don't know Wally Moses. I help him out at his gym, and for those that don't know who Wally Moses is, that's Shakur Stevenson's grandfather.
Okay.
Who just got inducted into the New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame. Well deserved, and it was a long overdue situation for him. So you have Wally Moses, and also Shakur got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Huh?
So you got Shakur Stevenson got inducted into the New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame. So he's in that, and I'm pretty sure he's a future Hall of Famer.
He is. I think he is. And you know what? You remember I always talk about when Shakur was staying down in what's that, Hampton with his other father, and I say he was coming to our gym. I got a sparring video. I'm gonna send you some of it. This is him and Keyshawn, and actually him and Nick. It's him and Keyshawn and him and Nick sparring in the video. But yeah, Shakur definitely Hall of Famer, man. I on my personal Facebook page, kind of switching the subject, but on my personal Facebook page, this is before the Olympics. I was telling people like, yo, it's a kid named Shakur Stevenson. I really kind of feel like he had an opportunity to be what we could say possibly the next best thing to a Floyd Mayweather. I like seeing him from a kid at the Silver Gloves to now, looking at the transition, looking at the growth. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that he's still a student of the game, even being at the level that he's at. I definitely see him, taking over the game, and I had been talking about that on my personal Facebook page years before this, even before the Olympics. And then when it came right before the Olympics, I told him like, yo, I felt he was gonna win the gold, so I was wrong on that one. But since then, like, people still every once in a while hit me up like, bro, you did say this. Like, yeah, people. I
got him in my top 10. I got him in my top 10. I got him in my top 10 pound for pound right now.
That's a good top 10. Man. People sleeping on him. Sometimes you can't hold a fighter responsible for the competition that he is fighting, or how the people look with him. You know what I'm saying? Shakur is one of them guys. Even with the Hearn fight, I felt like Hearn. I even on other lives, Hearn, he wasn't gonna lay down. He was gonna fight with his pride, but it was gonna make Shakur just go to a different level, man.
And we haven't even seen the best of him. And that's the thing that people don't understand. Let me tell you something. When Wally brought him to the gym in Plainfield, New Jersey, I seen him, and they said, "This kid, you gotta see this kid." And I'm like, "Who this little kid? Little baby-faced kid?" Like, yeah, he about to spar my man right here. Dude, 19, Shakur 14, sparring him. I said, "Yo, you sure he 19?" I never seen a kid beat up on a grown man the way I seen Shakur do that. And when you watching this, you saying this kid is good, but you just don't know how good he is. You don't even realize that you watching greatness because you're within the perimeters of watching. So it was a surreal moment when you say, "Yo, that kid is going to the Olympics. And then when you look at like a US Today or ESPN, and they saying he's favored to win gold. He's favored to win gold. And I just think that because I think what happened with him in the Olympics, I think because people said he was favored to win, I think he went in there too confident. I think that was really the downfall. I think he just didn't do enough to win the fight. But it was the thing that fueled him after. So it was like, you know what they say, it was a gift and a curse.
All right, let's run through some hot topics real quick. All right, so
Okay.
Benevidez was able to get the stoppage. Do you think he's ready for Canelo right now? If not, who do you want to see him fight?
I mean, I want to see him fight the Charlo. Big Charlo, like he said, Big Charlo. I want to see him fight who he called out.
Okay. Big Charlo.
I'd rather see him fight Charlo right now than Canelo. Some of the mistakes, some of the things that he do. I'm gonna start from the top. His defense not that sharp, and I'm gonna go down to the bottom. People overlook this a lot, but you watch a fighter feet. If they feet crazy like his was, you know, it was plenty times that he get hit, he bring his feet side by side, like you know, like he's standing, like a regular stance. With somebody like Canelo, you will pay for that. You know,
Absolutely.
you
Wow.
pay for all your balance. Just go back and relook at the fight. You know, just them two things right there alone. Like I don't feel like Canelo is the one he need to go after right now. Do the Charlo.
Right. But
Do the Charlo. Don't do the
that's a great assessment, Coach. Because I never even thought about it from that standpoint. But you brought it right out there. Like, yeah, his speed, his movement.
Yeah. And you see how easy dude was able to hit him pretty easy. Now imagine Canelo hitting him. Dude was able to hit him like pretty much like off counters almost, like hit dude, boom, 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 boom. Dude come right back. Yeah. You can't do that with Canelo, man. I don't like
Nah, you definitely can't.
I don't like Canelo, but I know what I'm looking at, you know.
Right. And I feel the same way. It's just like that's why I said they gotta stop comparing Canelo to Floyd now, because now Canelo is 1 of 6 in a category. You know?
I'm ask you something though. All right, since we gonna go there with the undisputed thing, right? How much stock you really put in that undisputed title? Because I don't put a lot in it. I don't put a lot in that undisputed title stuff. I don't, and I'm gonna tell you why. He could have went undisputed at 154. He chose not to. He could have been undisputed at 160. He chose not to. So the $64 million question you got to ask: why did he pick 168? Because it was the easiest road to travel. Not
That's
one of
how
them.
you feel. That's how you feel about it.
Let me be honest. Which one of these dudes were tenured champions? None of them. None of them was bad. They were up and comers who became champions. None of them had like they're not legit solid champion like you know what I mean. So, but when you was at one, not when you was at 160, when you had Triple G, Boo Boo Andre, and Charlo, both of them, all of them, Charlo and Boo Boo are 2 division world champions.
Right.
Who was with you at 154? They came to 160 because of you.
Right. And then you go up.
And then you go off to 175 and 168. You went to 168, came back to 168. You can't, and I'm not taking that from Canelo, but these are the facts. You swooped in and got that belt at 168 when Benevidez got stripped. These facts. Call me. Listen, like somebody gonna say, you know, they call you a hater sometimes, but nah, it's only hate when you lying.
That's true. I mean, I didn't look at the stats until Floyd Mayweather did the interview with Gilly and Wallow, and he said, "I'm the only fighter in history to fight yada 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 amount of champions."
Right.
And when I think about it, and I said to myself, "Yo, why Floyd fighting this guy? Why Floyd fighting that guy? Why Floyd fighting this guy?" And then he, the only fighter in history, I think he got like
23
10
world
or
champions.
23 world champions. That's that's a fact. But nobody's thinking about it when strategically you picking out your fighter.
It's like
You
this.
get what I'm saying?
This is how I look at every fighter. This is how I look at every fighter. See, once a person get a name out there, establish yourself. If you win a title or clear a weight class, okay, this is one of boxing's best fighters, right? That's how we look at them. But if you're in a weight class, right, before I give you any kind of pound per pound, and it's a guy at every weight class. Regardless of what weight class you go to, there's a dude at that weight class. That's the guy. You can't go to that weight class. You can't go to a weight class and not fight the guy and say you the best. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can't go to 154 and not fight Castano or Charlo and say you the best. You can't do it.
Right.
You can't go to 160. You can't go to 160 right now and not fight Boo Boo, Triple G, or Charlo and say you're the best. You can't do that stuff.
Right. And speaking of Castano, why is he not in the discussion of fights? Because it's not like he went in there and looked horrible against Charlo. He went in there and did what he had to do. He didn't make that fight easy for Charlo. So why are we not talking about Castano?
So here's what we got. Here's what we got to tell the sanctions about is fall back. Don't give neither one of them no mandatory. Let them run that back. Let's get that clean. Let's run that back.
Castano was in that fight, and I'm not what they say, a Charlo fighter or a Charlo liker. What I'm saying is this: Castano went in there and made the fight look like, wow, okay, who we watching right now? Because I guess everybody thought Castano was going to be a walk in the park, and he clearly was not a walk in the park.
Well, here's what I will give Jamel for this. This why I always right now I tip my cap to Jamel no matter all the crazy stuff he do outside. But what I will say is this: whoever you said that was in his proximity that they said it is a possible threat, he didn't hesitate.
Right.
He went straight at him. When they offered him Boo Boo Andre, he signed the fight. When they offered him, when Terri Harper was the guy, he tried to make the fight. This Castano came off this great big upset, and before they could even get the run in their mouth about Jamel possibly not fighting him, he had already said, "Bring him over here. I'll fight him right now." You can't take nothing from Jamel. Listen, we can talk about the antics and all the other stuff he do all you want, but when it comes to fighting, he's with all the smoke.
Yeah, he's with all the smoke, and I mean, listen, hey, you got to put that in the top 5 contender of this year too, because they was in there, they was throwing the leather. You know, everybody want to say Wilder and Fury because of the hoopla, but it was a sloppy heavyweight fight, though. I mean, listen, it was.
Hey, Slim, they rumble. Hey, listen, let me say this too.
Right.
Listen. He hit Fury so hard that the fat rolled up the back of the side of his body.
Right.
For real, bro. Go look at it. Look at how he hit that man.
No, I agree. I seen it.
Listen. The fat rolls in his body flew up the side of his body. That's how hard he hit that man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And listen, let's be clear. Wilder was dead tired, gassed. Nothing left after the second round. Nothing. Everything from round 2 to the round 11 is all adrenaline and heart. See, now people want to say, "Oh, fighter's ducking. He's scared of this one. He's scared of this one." This man got demolished by this man and ran it back.
Right.
And there's no way in the world you're gonna tell me somebody got whooped and went back outside to get it again and say he ain't got heart.
No, I ain't saying he didn't get hard. I'm saying that, you know, I think because of the hoopla. I'm saying the hoopla, the people would say that it was the fight of the year.
Was you on the edge of your seat? Was your height?
No, because I knew what was going to happen.
No, but at any time in the fight, watching the
happen.
fight, was your height? Was your height at any point in time? Did you get out your chair once?
Nah, not
You
really.
didn't get out your chair one time? Not one
I'm
time
serious.
you get out your chair.
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna tell you why.
No, folks,
because I knew what was going.
Did you get out your chair one time?
I was standing up.
I did not get out of my chair.
It had me.
See. Listen, all remember this. If a fight make you get up out your chair, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
I didn't get out of my. I didn't get out of my chair because I knew what was going to happen. I had Fury to win. I said Fury's going to win. It's going to be the same. Wilder's not going to do anything. And I mean, yeah, Malik Scott tried to do something different, but it seemed like Wilder abandoned the game plan. He didn't go to the body. I ain't see that body shot get thrown one time, real.
Nah, he came out the whole first round going to the body. Go ahead, Norfolk.
Hey, but can I say something? To me, this just my personal opinion. Malik Scott might have worked with him on some stuff, but he worked with him on the wrong stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I would have worked with. Want me drop it on you? Want me tell you what I would have worked with Deontay Wilder on?
I want to hear it, Coach. I want to hear
this, Coach. Let's go.
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Defense.
I'm ready.
Defense. Have you ever seen him get hit? He drop his hands down. He throw his head back. His feet go side by side. He can punch. The dude won a bronze medal on the Olympic team that had some talent on the team. Andre was up there, if I'm correct. Some real talent on that team, right? He won a bronze out. He medal out of everybody up there. Matter of fact, my old coach, Dan Campbell, was the head coach of that team. Coach Campbell told me they worked with Deontay Wilder on his jab at the last training camp before they left to go to the Olympics. This man won a bronze medal. In football, they say offense win games, defense win what?
Championships. He
has no defense.
I agree.
He can't slip.
I agree.
He can't catch. He can't block. Only thing he does is this. That's what you work with him on. Because he can hit. He can fight. Fighting ain't the issue.
Right. Right.
He was undefeated. He was undefeated. I'm talking about knocking people out with that same ugly offense. Why do I want to change it? I want to change what you need help with, son. You don't have no defense.
Right.
You don't.
None.
If the video game, your defense level is 0.
Let me say this to y'all, though. Let me say this to you. Go ahead,
drop it on me.
You know what he did, though? I'm gonna take.
Am I wrong, though?
No, you dead on. You dead on.
Okay, go ahead.
You dead on.
Go ahead.
I'm
gonna tell you the one thing he did, though, right? Is one person in the entire division you shouldn't fight. He fought him.
Ortiz.
No. Tyson Fury.
Oh,
the one person in the division he shouldn't have fought, he fought him. He ran, he was so desperate. Because I think he beats Joshua. I think he beats Dylan White. I think he beats all of them. All them flat-footed dudes with no head movement going to sleep. Yeah. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. The one dude he shouldn't have fought, he fought. But here's the thing. Malik Scott did what he could, so I'm not mad at him. But what no. This is what he should have did. See, he should have put that pride aside and took the Mayweathers up on coming out there to train them. Because what they would have did, they would have had y'all doing that road work. Because see, when he came out in the first round and he was hitting them body shots and Tyson Fury couldn't do nothing, I was like, yeah, we got something. But when he went at the end of round 1 and I seen him go, I said, we in trouble.
Yeah.
We in trouble.
Can I ask you a question? But can I ask you a question? This is another question. Like me, I'm just, as a coach, I'm technical, right? Was he throwing them body shots properly?
No.
Thank you. Once again, Malik Scott worked with him on the wrong thing. Worked with him on his defense. Because what you worked with him on was going to get his ass knocked out. Malik Scott worked with him on the wrong thing.
They had a game plan. They had a game plan. It just didn't work.
That wasn't the game plan for Deontay Wilder.
I agree. I agree.
Once again, Malik Scott, take nothing from him. He didn't observe the situation right.
I agree.
And people give him a lot of respect for being technical, boxing IQ, this, that. Guess what? Every time I watch Deontay Wilder, I notice his feet. I'm going to tell you like this. If I got a fighter that's game and you can't stay in your stance when you punch, you assed out.
See, that's the difference. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Make you walk.
That's the difference. But see, you got to remember this. By the time Malik Scott talk to you, you're not talking to a fighter that just coming to. You talking to a guy who done made millions and millions of dollars. Right. He's the bronze bomber. He's this. He's that. You're not gonna listen. It's only so much he's gonna let you tell him. Why you think he didn't want Floyd in them? Why you think he didn't want Floyd in them around?
Just got embarrassed. He just got embarrassed. He was humble because when he lost, he disappeared for a little while. Keep calling in. He was at a humble moment. Guess what? He disappeared for a while. Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
He
disappeared. You got the hill. You got the hill. You got the hill.
Look, he disappeared for a while, right? He was humble. Right. He thought he was the bronze bomber. But he got to remember the bronze ain't the silver and it ain't the gold. Right?
Right.
You the bronze bomber, nigga. You third place. Let's keep it 100. Right? But that comes from coaches and trainers allowing the fighter to think they are more important than the trainer. You're not.
Right.
No fighter. Right. Listen, I done work with some fighters. I got fighters that'll tell you, I don't care who you are, but I put you out my gym. I make another fighter. I put my all into another fighter. I'm not gonna allow you. It's just a 50-50 deal.
I mean,
right?
Dead
because
on right now.
If you gotta sacrifice, and I gotta sacrifice. And one thing we know as coaches, when the fighter ain't sacrificing, we still sacrificing. So it's nowhere in the world.
We are because we done spent an hour or 2 hours working on technical stuff, working on power, turning over a jab, when it was another kid in there that we could have produced and made that much of a better fighter. Now, if you asking me, well, go ahead, coach.
It's deeper than that, though. I'm sorry. It's deeper than that.
Talk your talk.
Amateur. I'm gonna put it on the amateur side. I travel with you for you to get a trophy or a little cheap belt or a little cheap medal, right? I don't get anything, right?
Right.
I pay for gas. You know how many coaches actually pick fighters up and take them to the gym and then take them home? Now let's talk to the pro side, right? I can train you for 4 weeks. I don't get paid till after you get paid. So guess what?
Right.
Until I get paid, this is free. Right?
Right.
There's no way in the world you're gonna tell me that you over me. Nah, we 50-50. That's what we are. And that's why these fighters have these mind frames they have, because these coaches ain't thinking right.
They not thinking right, and not only that. Now I'm gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, say that again, coach. Wait. No, what I was going to say is this.
I was saying, go ahead.
There's no way I'm going to train a fighter, and I know what you lacking. Like you said, coach, man, that boy need to work on his defense. So my thing is, when you come to my camp, if I'm gonna take you on, I'm gonna say, listen, we gonna do it my way, or we ain't gonna do it at all. Like, it ain't worth the money for my name to go next to another 0. I'm invested for the W. I'm not invested for the L. And if I'm invested for the L, that means that I got a game plan that I know for fact will work. We already know what you got. So, coach, you right. When you saying, Deontay, you got to work on defense. Like, yo, I don't want to work on what you got already. Let's work on your conditioning. Because after the Ortiz fight, you was almost out of there. But what kept you in the fight the first time was that devastating power you had. So we ain't got no problem with power. We got a problem with your conditioning and we got a problem that you can't keep your hands up. That's what we gonna work on.
All right, 2 questions before we get out of here. First, Jaime Munguia. Who do you want to see Munguia in the ring with next? He's at 160. Who you want to see him in the ring with next? And what's your thoughts on Jaime Munguia?
I ain't like him. I ain't really care for him at first. We fought on the card with him one time, and I looked at him for a little bit of the round, and I left. I wasn't impressed, but over the weekend, I was impressed. I love the way he came out. His foot was on the gas. He was letting his hands go. You know, these are things that I ain't think he would be able to do. You know, yeah, of course he did get caught at the end of 2 rounds, near the end of 2 rounds, and yeah, the bell might have saved him, but take away them 2 times that he got caught, he was on Rasado. You know, that's just my personal opinion. I was disappointed in Rasado.
Why?
I expected more out of him.
Listen. It's only so many times the car gonna go around the track.
I know. I expected more out of him.
Listen,
man.
It's only so many times the car gonna go around the track. You can't listen. You can't keep fighting every young lion that's around there, man. Eventually the car gonna run out of gas.
Yeah.
Facts. I mean, I think what my opinion of him, I think they grooming him right along. It's too early to tell if he's got the goods or not. You know, I want to see him fight, you know, a few other fighters at 160 and some guys out there. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him. I think Callum Smith is at 160, right?
Nah, he 168.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
listen,
there's someone
he got Boo Boo, Charlo, Triple G.
I mean, those fights for me is too early. I mean, let's give him a tune-up. Anthony
Dermachenko, Sergey Dermachenko.
Hey, listen. What about Anthony Durrell?
168.
Anthony Durrell's at 168.
Yeah, whole career.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, hey, well, if we had a Jared Hurd in there, we could throw him in there, but we can't throw him in there. I mean, there's a few fighters in there.
Hey, Norfolk, don't do that. Don't do that, Norfolk. I see your face. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm from Virginia. Hold on, time out. Listen, you from the DMV. I'm from Virginia. I'm just from Norfolk, right?
Right.
So, you know, I do understand Hurd won't so much a skill. He was just will. Am I wrong?
I'm pleading the fifth.
Am I wrong? Okay, that's all I'm saying. He was will, not skill. Come on, man. DC, listen, let me tell you something about that PVA, that DC area, that DMV, especially up that way. It's some real shocks up there. All of them ain't getting the time. You know what I'm saying? But there's some real fighters up there. Come.
Go ahead. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead.
I can hear you.
Coach, you went low.
Oh yeah, Coach Sean, you all the way low. Maybe that.
Sorry, I think
it's
my car picked it up. Nah,
there
my
you
car.
go.
Yeah,
I got out of the car. But yeah, I was just saying, man, come on, man. Jared Hurd, great accomplishments, but
I like him against Jaime. I like that fight. I like him and Jaime though. Yeah, I like him and Jaime. I like that fight.
That'd be cool, but I'm gonna go with Jaime.
That's fine.
Yeah, I am too. I'm saying. I mean, when I like that fight. When you say, let's see if he got the goods. I'm saying let's put him in here with a real fighter. You know,
that's a good fight. That's a good fight. More than what I was getting credit. That's a good.
I like that fight. I like that fight. Jared Hurd, Jaime Munguia. Let's let that happen. Let that happen.
Good fight, man.
Now, before I let everybody out of here, because I gotta get out of here early today, y'all. I gotta do a whole nother blinking.
Right.
What's your prediction for Saturday night? Who you going with? How? Why? Give it to me.
I'm gonna go with Crawford. This is Crawford. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Crawford. But I think it's gonna go to the Cards.
What's the other question you got for us, Apostle?
I asked both of them.
Who you got? I think it's gonna go to the Cards.
Oh, I mean, I said who you got for Sean Porter, Bud Crawford. Who got winning and how they gonna win it?
I don't want to say, but I will give a little illustration of how the fight will go.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say because I like both fighters, so it's tough for me to decide when you like both fighters. You know, I like them both. Now the thing is,
you gotta pick a side.
Hey, listen, man. I mean, my heart is going with my heart. I'm going with the fight. I'm going with Sean Porter, but I think Terrence Crawford is going to pull a win out. Listen, I'm going to go with Sean Porter because I like Sean Porter's heart. I like that he's going to get in there. He's going to give it all. But I know him. I know with side. I know that Terrence Crawford is going to win. My heart is with Crawford, but I mean my heart is with Porter, but I know Terrence Crawford is going to pull a victory out.
You got a styrofoam cup in your car somewhere? No, I'm messing with you.
Basement Bosman talk. Who you got winning the fight and how, man? Come on, man, spit it out.
I'm just like him, man. I want Porter to win, but I don't think Porter gonna be able to pull it off. I got Crawford.
Hold on.
And I got Crawford by stoppage at that.
No. I need Basement. Say that again, Basement. Say it again. I didn't hear you clear.
You heard me clear, man. You heard me clear. You know I want Sean Porter to win. I can't stand Bud, but I don't think Sean Porter got what it takes, man. I really don't think.
I'm trying to understand. Wait, hold up. Basement talk, boxing basement talk. Why you don't like Bud? What's the reason why?
Man, listen. I don't like. Listen. I used to be a Bud fan, and I'm gonna give him his props after he won his fight with Sean Porter for finally fighting a real welterweight. Other than that,
all right.
That's the only problems I got with him.
All right. So let me. Okay. So with that being said, is it Terrence Crawford fault that he has not been able to get a fight? Is it his fault that people haven't fought him?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Hell yeah. You talking about Crawford?
What? Yeah. How is it his fault?
Because he knew coming into this at 130, going up to 140, and then from 35 to 40, then from 40 to 47, everybody was there for PBC. He didn't want to. He didn't want to chose to sign back with Bob Arum, and goddamn it, sit up here and fight these bums like Amir Khan and Gamboas and all that, man. Hey, I applaud him for finally taking a real fight at 147. Do I think Sean Porter got what it takes? I think Sean Porter still misses something. But I think Sean Porter can really frustrate Bud and get up under Bud's skin. And if he do, hey, congratulations.
Hold on. Mr. Vinny Lane, are you saying that to be a troll, or do you really believe Sean Porter can knock out Bud? I need you to answer that. Do you really believe Sean Porter can knock Bud out? I mean, I'm gonna put the comment back in there for everybody to see.
I think he has an argument. I think he has an argument.
Sean Porter would knock Bud out.
Hey, but
I'm gonna tell you why. Bud got.
Can I say one?
Sean Porter dropped somebody, bro.
But can I say one thing? I'm gonna say this. If Sean Porter, he been working with Tank. No. Hold on. Let me get it going. All right, let me ask this question. What's Bud Crawford's first adjustment to when he in a fight? The first thing he do to make an adjustment is what?
He go from righty to southpaw or southpaw to righty.
Exactly. Ain't Tank southpaw. My thing is if Sean Porter is ready, can keep up his same momentum when Bud turns southpaw, which if you look at all Bud fights when Bud switched southpaw, what happened? His opponents slack up. And what Bud do?
Because
he pick it up. So if Sean Porter can keep that same heat when Bud turns southpaw, we got fight of the year.
Sometimes you know what? Sometimes you boxing coaches, y'all got too much information.
I'm sorry, man.
Sometimes y'all got too much information.
I'm a little technical. That's it.
Y'all got too much information.
I'm technical. This is the type of stuff that I look like if I watch film.
Listen,
like that's stuff that I look for.
I'm gonna say this to y'all.
And I'm gonna say why I believe that Sean Porter can actually pull that knockout off. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. This is why I'm gonna say it. Two things. Only the most inactive good fighter right now has been Terrence Crawford. The only thing we know about is that him and Shakur went about 20 rounds, and it was supposed to be the greatest sparring session that a lot of people seen that were there. That's number one. Number two is that the inactivity of him getting hit could be in his Sean Porter's favor to get a knockout. And he been in there with Tank. He been sparring with Tank.
I'm gonna tell everybody that's here right now, Basement, DJ, Coach from Norfolk, everybody be back here next Monday at 3:00. That's all you got to do. Don't say nothing else. Just be back here next Monday at 3:00. I'm going with Bud Crawford, and I'm going with Bud Crawford by a blowout. Sean Porter's been in too many wars. Bud is not going to fight him the same way that everybody else fought. He's going to look for the openings. He might catch it. If he don't get Sean out of the way, I'm not shocked, but I'm looking for him to dominate this fight and get the W. If anything outside of that happens, we're going to have a nice conversation next week. Basement, I know you hope that what Vinny say is true. I know you hope he knock Bud out. I know that's what you're hoping for, but that's not going to happen.
All right, I like that. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna be quiet.
But everybody that's here, no, because I love this topic. Everybody here, be back here at 3:00. Be back at 3:00. And if you was wrong, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I was wrong. But if you wrong, don't bring me no whole bunch of coach technical terms and stuff.
No. Hold on, time out. Let me go back to it now. I said I've got Bud.
I know you did.
I think it's gonna be fight of the year. But I got Bud.
All right.
You know.
All right, y'all. I got to tap out. I got to do a reload for the NFL talks. But appreciate you coming through, my bro. Appreciate you coming through, man. And like I said,
Monday,
yes, sir.
Monday 3:00.
Every Monday, whatever y'all got going on, right? Even if you can't make it on here, you just gotta listen. Put your comments in the comment section. Whatever you're promoting, fighter, shoes, clothes, put it in the comment section. I'll post it.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
All right, y'all. I gotta do a reload. I gotta call my videographer and some more stuff. But we will get back at y'all.
Okay.
All right, champion.
All right.